भगवते वासुदेवाय।
भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
ततो जयमुदीरयेत्।
ततो जयो मुदीरयेत्।
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु
नित्यं भागवतसेवया
नित्यं भागवतसेवया
भगवती उत्तमा श्लोके
भगवती उत्तमा श्लोके
भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी।
भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी।
ॐ अज्ञानातिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथं वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णकृष्णाय भूतले प्रभुपादति प्रिय श्री गिरिराजाय स्वामी सुभक्तरास बिहारीभ्यं भक्तिभ्यश्चात्मदायिने। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णकृष्णाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नित्य नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चाचार्य शतारिणे मूखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरु दीनतारणं। Hare Krishna. So welcome back. Our reading on Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5. So the second half of this Bhagavatam. So, okay, this is over now. The story of what did we discuss? King Priyavrat, right? Feel like reading the Bhagavatam all over again, actually, isn't it? I've forgotten everything. Yeah, so Canto 1, Chapter 1 was activities of Maharaj Priyavrat, then activities of Maharaj Agnidra, then Rishabdev then Bharat Maharaj, and now we are coming to the continuation of his dynasty. The glories of the descendants of King Priyavrat, because that's where we started. We remember who is King Priyavrat?
The son of Swayambhu.
Hmm?
Swayambhu,
Yeah, and
the brother of Tuhan.
yes, yeah, and how did he become now the emperor?
On the request of Brahma.
Yeah, why?
He wanted to take sannyas.
Yeah,
On the request of Brahma. Because there was nobody to do it. So
yeah, yeah. So who was ruling before? Who was descendant? Hmm? The line of Dhruva Maharaj. All his descendants were ruling, right? And then there was nobody from that line. So then the next line came King Priyavrat. So therefore now this is the descendants of King Priyavrat. Alright? So this is how the Bhagavatam makes sense. Okay, alright. Before I lose my voice.
Hare Krishna, chapter 15, the glories of descendants of King Priyavrat. In this chapter, the descendants of Bharat Maharaj and many other kings are described. The son of Maharaj Bharat was named Sumati. He followed the path of liberation given by Rishabdev. Some people mistakenly thought Sumati to be direct incarnation of Lord Buddha. The son of Sumati was Ajit, and his son was Devadumna. Devadumna's son was Prameshti, and his son was Pratiha. Pratiha was a very great devotee of Lord Vishnu, and he had three sons named Pratiharta, Prasatota, and Udgata. Pratiharta had two sons, Aja and Bhuma. The son of Bhuma was Udgita, and the son of Udgita was Prastava. The son of Prastava was Vibhu, and the son of Vibhu was Pruthusena, whose son was Nakta. The wife of Nakta, Druti, gave birth to Gaya, who was a very famous and saintly king. Actually, King Gaya was partial incarnation of Lord Vishnu, and because of great devotion to Lord Vishnu, he received the title Mahapurusha. King Gaya had sons named Chitartha, Sumati, and Avrodhana. The son of Chitartha was Emperor Samrat, and his son was Marichi, whose son was Bindu. Bindu's son was Madhu, and Madhu's son was Viravrata. Viravrata's two sons were Manthu and Pramanthu, and the son of Manthu was Bhuvana. The son of Bhuvana was Tvasta, and the son of Tvasta was Viraja, who glorified the whole dynasty. Viraja had 100 sons and one daughter. Of these, the son named Satyajit became very famous.
Shri Shuka, so text 1. Shri Shuka Uvacha Bharatasyaatmaja Sumati Nama Bhito Yamuha Vavakechit Pakhandina Rishabha Padavim Anuvartamanam Chanarya Aveda Samanataham Devatam Swa Manishaya Papiyasya Kalokalpayishyanti. It looks like we can almost understand this Sanskrit, right? We are so used now to reading Sanskrit, you can almost understand it. Srila Shukdev Goswami continued, the son of Maharaj Bharat, known as Sumati, followed the path of Rishabdev. What was that path? What was the path of Rishabdev? Avdut. Alright? Avdut. So this is what Sumati followed. His system of self-realization, like that Avadut. Remember?
Yeah.
But some unscrupulous people imagine him to be Lord Buddha himself. These people, who were actually atheistic and of bad character, took up the Vedic principles in an imaginary, infamous way to support their activities. Thus, these sinful people accepted Sumati as Lord Buddhadev and propagated the theory that everyone should follow the principles of Sumati. In this way, they were carried away by mental concoction. So we had read in the previous chapter, right? What the herons and cranes and all that, right? This false yogi, bogus yogi, and false incarnation. So here's an example coming now, right? Purport. Those who are Aryans strictly follow the Vedic principles. But in this age of Kali, a community has sprung up known as the Arya Samaj, which is ignorant of the import of the Vedas in the Parampara system. Alright, so who they are, now we are finding who they are. Their leaders decry all bona fide acharyas, and they pose themselves as the real followers of the Vedic principles. So they say, we are Vedic and you are Puranic. You know, this is how they put it. Yes, we are Vedic and you are Puranic, and you Puranas, you're all false. Big mess they have caused. You can't even die. You know that. So what happened is that, do you follow the Vedic system or do you follow the Puranic system? Even when you are doing all that, dying, better be good devotees. If by ill luck your families are in that, your death will be performed by this Arya Samaj. I'm not joking.
Yeah, I was in one of the committed. That man is not speaking Ram at all. He's speaking Om first. Not a single time.
Not a single
Time Ram बोला. तो मुझे राम वो ओम गुरु भाषा
माने कोई पर्सनल.
Yeah, so here we are. So I don't know where we're going to leave the body, okay? How we leave the body, who will do the cremation, we don't know, right? All right? All of your devotees, right? You make sure you make your arrangement before you leave the body. I'm not joking. You don't know what your family members may decide for you. All right? Better you tell who will do your cremation what you want and put it in writing. Because you'll end up Vedic instead of Puranic. They have divided like this. So here Prabhupada is saying, in this Kali Yuga, a community has sprung up known as the Arya Samaj, which is ignorant of the import of the Vedas in the Parampara system. Their leaders decry all bona fide acharyas and they pose themselves the real followers of the Vedic principles. Right? Like some people say, we are the real ISKCON, you are the false ISKCON, right? Same. We are the followers of Prabhupada, you are deviants of Prabhupada, right? Same. And they put it so much in the ear of the people actually believe it. Then they put it, huge propaganda on Facebook, on social media, so people actually believe it. Right? So you have to be really lucky to go back home, back to Godhead. You have to navigate through all this. Oh. These acharyas who do not follow the Vedic principles are presently known as the Arya Samaj or the Jains. So the Jains also. Alright? Not only do they not follow the Vedic principles, but they have no relationship with Lord Buddha. So they say we are followers of Buddha And Prabhupada is saying they have no relationship with Buddha. Imitating the behavior of Sumati, they claim to be the descendants of Rishabdev. Those who are Vaishnavas carefully avoid their company because they are ignorant of the path of the Vedas. In Bhagavad Gita 15.15, Krishna says, Vedesya sarver aham eva vidyaha. The real purpose of the Vedas is to understand me. This is the injunction of all Vedic literatures. One who doesn't know the greatness of Lord Krishna cannot be accepted as an Aryan. Lord Buddha, an incarnation of Lord Krishna, adopted a particular means to propagate the philosophy of Bhagavad Dharma. He preached almost exclusively among atheists. So those karma kandiyas, actually they were atheists, because except the atheists who will do gohatya, right? Right? In the name of the Veda, they're killing the cows, right? Atheists do not want any God. So they are doing karma kandiya and they don't take the name of God. All right? Actually, again, you can hear Kamalochan Prabhu's classes on Shad Darshana. He explained all these, different types of philosophies. He explained very well, but I've forgotten everything, so you go and listen. You go and listen. But at least, something has stuck in here. All right. So atheists do not want any God. And Lord Buddha therefore said there is no God. Very good. So they were happy. They say no God. They say there's no God. Yeah, there's no God. Good, right? But he adopted the means to instruct his followers for their benefit. Therefore, he preached in a duplicitous way, saying that there is no God. Chala Dharma, something like that is called. Nonetheless, he himself was an incarnation of God. They're very difficult things to understand. So if by good luck you take birth in a society or in a situation that allow you to come in touch with the real Vedic Dharma, take it and don't give it up, right? We read already Prabhupada in the last purport. He said that this movement is giving a chance to everybody to make some advancement, right? Why only some advancement? Why not go all the way through? Yeah, why not go all the way through? Why should we take only a little bit and then give up, right? Text 2. Tasma vridha senayam devatajin nama putro bhavat. From Sumati, a son named Devatajit was born by the womb of his wife named Vridha Sena. Text 3. Atha suryam tattanayo deva jumnastato dhenumatyam sutaha parameshthitasya suvarchalayam pratiha upajataha. Thereafter, in the womb of Asuri, the wife of Devatajit, a son named Devajumna was begotten. Devajumna begot in the womb of his wife Dhenumati a son named Parameshthi. Parameshthi begot a son named Pratiha in the womb of his wife Suvarchala. It's like very scientific in the womb of this one, right? Very scientific, meaning the woman is a womb, right? Meaning that womb has to be proper, right? This is how precious the woman's womb is. So therefore, she was very well trained, right? she was extremely well trained because a demon should not come out, right? So this is here. It doesn't say, like the wife of the gave birth. No, it says the womb. Everywhere, throughout. This is the Vedic Shastra. Text 4. Yatma vidyam akhyaya swayam samsidho maha purusham anusasmara. King Pratiha personally propagated the principles of self-realization. In this way, not only was he purified, but he became a great devotee of the Supreme Person, Lord Vishnu, and directly realized him. Now, this is very important for all of us. Purport. The word anusasmara is very significant. God consciousness is not imaginary or concocted. The devotee who is pure and advanced realizes God as he is. Maharaj Pratiha did so, and due to his direct realization, Lord Vishnu, he propagated self-realization and became a preacher. A real preacher cannot be bogus. He must first of all realize Lord Vishnu as he is, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 4.34. Upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. One who has seen the truth can impart knowledge. The word tattvadarshi refers to one who has perfectly realized the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such a person can become a guru and propound Vaishnava philosophy all over the world. The paragon of bona fide preachers and guru is King Pratiha. So, see here, King Pratiha personally propagated the principles of self-realization. In this way, not only was he purified, but he became a great devotee of the Supreme Person, Lord Vishnu, and directly realized him. See, this is a very, very important point. Now, Mamta Mai has joined us, Madhuri, and you are here. Both of you are conducting classes, right? People criticize you, right? Your students themselves will criticize you. They say, just see, she speaks, but she doesn't follow, right? Beginning is going to be all namaskar, as Mamta Mai say, Maharaji Mataji, right? All namaskar. Then after some time, they say, but she doesn't follow. He doesn't follow, he doesn't. Here is given here how it works. King Pratiha personally propagated the principles of self-realization. So he is propagating, meaning he is a preacher, all right? What is happening to him is given here. He is becoming purified by doing the preaching work. It's not that he's perfect, all right? It's not that we operate on this principle. Prabhupada told us, preach. He said, but I don't know anything. You repeat. All right? You repeat what you have learned. So, when he is propagating the principles of self-realization, meaning that he has become a preacher, he himself is becoming purified and he is becoming a great devotee of the Supreme Lord Vishnu, and he starts to realize Krishna. You understand why we should preach? Right? Why should we preach?
No, so that we can get
Because when we are preaching, we are becoming purified and we are becoming what? Devotee. We are becoming devotee and we are directly seeing Krishna. All right. So one set of people will go who criticize you, they will move out, right? And we'll have to let them go. The next one will come. You're remaining same, right? You are still the one preacher. Here people will come and go, right? And there's so many things about you. But because you're remaining steady in your service, yeah, you're remaining steady in the instruction given here, that you propagate the principle of self-realization. So those who are moving on, you don't know where they are going, what they are doing, but for you, you're steady as a rock. You're continuing with your preaching, and what is happening? You're becoming purified. Such an amazing verse, right? Such an amazing verse. Again, I'll tell you, if you don't take pen and paper, you'll never see these points. You have to read. You have to read Bhagavatam with pen and paper and rewrite. Then you start to see this is a system, so that you catch the points. Otherwise, you just read. Did anybody see what we just spoke? Right? How did I get it? Because I rewrote. I said, oh, this is what? This is the instruction that I was given from day one. Right? And Srila Bhakti Siddhanta gave the same instruction to Srila Prabhupada. He said, see how scientific Prabhupada is writing in the previous somewhere, right? Oh, where is it? Not, where did we read this? It is not mental concoction. Where did we read this? First one? Where was that?
First in the translation. People, bad character took a imagination. That last line of the translation.
Yeah, and then in the purport. Yeah, Prabhupada said it is not imagination, right? Somewhere we just read it somewhere. Prabhupada said that Krishna consciousness is not imagination, or did we read in the same thing? Anyway, just see, we are reading too much. No, anyway, Prabhupada is saying that. Oh, yeah. Consciousness, here it is. God consciousness is not imaginary or concocted. All right? Prabhupada is saying God consciousness is not imaginary or concocted. Right? Meaning that there is a system, there is a process by which we become God realized. So Srila Bhakti Siddhanta, when he gave initiation to Prabhupada, he gave him a direct instruction. He told him, you should study and read again and again which book? Which book? Which book? All of you go and read Prabhupada Lilamrita. Have you read Prabhupada Lilamrita?
I have read.
You read and forgotten. How do I remember after so many years and reading this purport? No. Nectar of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Alright? Srila Bhakti Siddhanta told Prabhupada, see, we never think of Prabhupada as a disciple, do we? Right? Never think. Prabhupada, his Guru Maharaj told him, you read Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu again and again and again, and you preach, then what will happen is what he told him. It's good for you and for others. Alright? So all preachers, they operate on this principle that we are not pure. But when we preach, we become purified and we become devotee. Then we become devotee, alright? We are not devotee yet, but we are only preaching, talking. Right? Talking.
Then you start to realize God.
Then we start to see Krishna. Text 5. Pratihat suvarchalayam pratihartradayasтрaya sanijya kovidaha Sunava pratihartu stutyamaja bhumanav ajani shatam. In the womb of his wife Suvarchala, Pratiha begot 3 sons, named Pratiharta, Prastota, and Udgata. These 3 sons were very expert in performing Vedic rituals. Pratiharta begot 2 sons named Aja and Bhuma in the womb of his wife named Stuti. And see, all these personalities, they are on the higher realm, right? They're all devas, all right? I think we mentioned that before. And a particle of their nature come in us, right? This is how we are. See, before I couldn't understand this. I thought these are all story up in this, myths or something. But actually, all these personalities, they are like those nakshatras. We are born under different nakshatras. They have certain qualities each. I don't know everything, but they are there. That's why their names are here. But Bhagavatam is giving very brief description, but other Shastra are elaborating on their qualities, etc., etc. Like we saw Sati, right? Everybody speak of Sati, right? A woman, they speak of Sati. What is Sati? Who's Sati, right? So we study her life. So similarly now, not much detail is given about all these personalities, but they won't make it in the Bhagavatam if they didn't have any influence over our human lives. All right? So it's good that we take their names because we don't know what karma is associated with them. We are reciting Bhagavatam, right? So it's nice. Bhumna Rishikulyayam Udgitastata Prastavo Deva Kulyayam Prastavam Niyutsayan Ridaya Jasid Vibhor Vibhu Ratyam Cha Pritusheshnastasman Nakta Akutyam Jagye Nakta Druti Putro Gayu Rajarshi Pravara Udara Shrava Ajayata Shakshad Bhagavato Vishnu Jagat Ririkshishaya Grihita Sadvasya Kalatma Vatyaji Lakshanena Mahapurushatam Praptaha. In the womb of his wife Rishikulya, Kim Bhuma begot a son named Udgitha. From Udgitha's wife Devakulya, a son named Prastava was born, and Prastava begot a son named Vibhu through his wife Niyutsa. In the womb of his wife Rati, Vibhu begot a son named Pritushena. Pritushena begot a son named Nakta in the womb of his wife named Akuti. Nakta's wife was Druti, and from her womb the great king Gaya was born. Gaya was very famous and pious. He was the best of saintly kings. Lord Vishnu and his expansions, who are meant to protect the universe, are always situated in the transcendental mode of goodness, known as Vishuddha-sattva. Being the direct expansion of Lord Vishnu, King Gaya was also situated in the Vishuddha-sattva. Because of this, Maharaj Gaya was fully equipped with transcendental knowledge. Therefore, he was called Mahapurush. Now, this is going to be a little revision for all of us in case we have forgotten. Prabhupada has discussed this many times. From this verse, it appears that the incarnation of God are various. Some are part and parcel of the direct expansions, and some are direct expansions of Lord Vishnu. A direct incarnation of the Supreme Personal Godhead is called Amsha or Swamsha, whereas an incarnation from Amsha is called Kala. Alright? Among the kalas, there are vibhinamsha jiv, are living entities. They are counted among the jiv tattva. Those who come directly from Lord Vishnu are called Vishnu tattva and are sometimes designated as Mahapurush. Another name for Krishna is Mahapurush, and a devotee is sometimes called Mahapaurusika. Text 7. Save swadharmena prajapalana poshana rinanu palalanu sasana lakshanena jyadina cha bhagavati mahapurushe paravare brahmani sarvatmanarpita paramatha lakshanena brahmavich Charananusevaya padita bhagavat bhakti yogena cha bhikshna saha paribhavitati shuddhamati uparatanatnya atmani swayam upalabhyamana brahmanatnu bhavopi nirabhimana evavani ajugupa. King Gaya gave full protection and security to the citizens so that their personal properties, I forgot to record. Last time also I forgot.
So they won't be able to listen.
No, in case this get lost, then we have our copy. Because things just get lost. Too many things to think of, right? Yeah. Okay, so this is Canto 5, chapter 15. We are on text 7. All right. So King Gaya, how you pronounce it? Gaya, right? Gaya. It's not Gaya. It's Gaya. Gaya. Gave full protection and security to the citizens so that their personal property. So now this is a list of the duty of a king, number 1. So he gave full protection and security to the citizens so that their personal property would not be disturbed by undesirable elements, right? You know, everybody knows when there is war, you lose your property, right? So he was a king who protected his citizens so that nobody will come and usurp and snatch your property. He also saw that there was sufficient food to feed all the citizens. This is called Poshana. So a king, one of his duties is to feed his citizens. It's very pathetic when a ruler, when a government is not able to feed his citizens. It's very pathetic. He would sometimes distribute gifts to the citizens to satisfy them. This is called prenam. Is it done here in India? They give gifts?
No. When Modi came, that time they put 2,000 for all the people. They asked him,
He gave, yeah.
He's still feeding the people. 80 lakhs people is still feeding.
Yeah. Anyway, so he should he would sometimes distribute gifts to the citizens to satisfy them. This is called Prinan. He would sometimes call meetings and satisfy the citizen with sweet words. All right, so remember how King Prithu, he did that, right? King Prithu, and even Maharaj Bharat, the next one. He would also give them good instructions on how to become first-class citizens. This is called Anushasana. Maharaj Bharat did this also. Such were the characteristics of King Gai's royal order. Besides all this, King Gai was a householder who strictly observed the rules and regulations of household life. So the king would give good instruction on how to become first-class citizens, meaning that how to develop good character, right? He gave instructions how to develop good character, and he made sure that the teachers are themselves of good character, right? And he himself has to be of good character. So now, as a householder, what did he do? He strictly observed the rules and regulations of household life, right? Meaning he knew the rules and regulations of household life. He performed sacrifices and was an unalloyed, pure devotee of the Supreme Personality Godhead. So for us, this is chanting Hare Krishna, right? Sankirtan. He was called Mahapurush because as a king, he gave the citizens all facilities, and as a householder, he executed all his duties so that at the end, he became a strict devotee of the Supreme Lord. As a devotee, he was always ready to give respect to other devotees and to engage in devotional service of the Lord. This is the Bhakti Yoga process. So, as a householder, he observed the rules and regulations of household life. And what else did he do? Sacrifices. Okay, Sankirtan Yagya. And what? He became an unalloyed. More will be said on this. He became an unalloyed, pure devotee. And then, as a devotee, how did he behave? Yes, he was ready. He was always ready to give respect to other devotees and what? And engage in devotional service of the Lord. All right? See, this is where our challenge comes, to respect other devotees. All right? See, not that official lip service, I don't know from where, sorry to say, I see it all the time among the Indians, right? They offer official respect, right? Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Mataji, right? Official, and then behavior is completely different, right? So it's not nice. It's like the external we have learned because it's culture. But inside the qualities of a devotee has not developed. So the external remain, but when the internal is not there. So that's why sometimes a rough and rude devotee is better appreciated than than someone who is externally humble. It's a better, he's straightforward or she's straightforward, but proper. Devotee is proper devotee, but outside looking rough. Right? So this is something that we have to learn. Very difficult. As a devotee, he was always ready to give respect to other devotees and to engage in the devotional service of the Lord. Not that, I don't have time. Oh, I'm tired. No. Ever ready, Hanuman. Ever ready, Hanuman, to do service. Right? This is the Bhakti Yoga process. So this King Gaya, he was like this, ever ready to do service. He's looking out for opportunity. Oh, why are you asking me? Why don't you ask this one? Right? This is what we do. We call somebody do this. Why me, right? Isn't it? Why me? Always me, right? This is what how we say always me. I'm the only one, right? Right? So this is the Bhakti Yoga process. Due to all these transcendental activities, King Gai was always free from the bodily conception. So the result of giving respect to other devotees, engaging in seva, he became free from the bodily conception. He was full in Brahman realization, and consequently he was always jubilant. Do you remember some verse from Bhagavad Gita? Prasanna Atma? What's that? Na shochati, na kanchati. What's the big? Brahma Bhuta, alright. Yeah. So he was always jubilant. He did not experience material lamentation. Na shochati, na kanchati. Although he was perfect in all respects, he was not proud. Alright? He was not proud. Nor was he anxious to rule the kingdom. He was anxious to be, the one. Right? Why did you not vote me again? Right? Is that anxious to rule? I mean, just see what's described here. Nirabhimanaha, without false prestige. Nirabhiman. Superport. As Lord Krishna states in Bhagavad Gita, when he descends on earth, he has two types of business. One, protect the faithful. Another, annihilate the demons. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya chaduskritam. Yes. So this king is called Naradev because he's representative of the Supreme Person Godhead. The Lord as a human being. According to the Vedic injunction, he is worshipped as God on the material platform. You remember? Who said, worship me? I'm Naradev. Who said? King Vain. King Vain. He said, why you worship Vishnu? See how we become degraded? See how we become degraded? So again I'm saying it's like the shell is there, but the inside is nothing. Alright? So outside Naradev, but inside Asura. According to the Vedic injunction, he is worshipped as God on the material platform. As a representative of the Supreme Lord, the king had the duty to protect the citizens in a perfect way, so that they would not be anxious for food and protection, and so that they would be jubilant. The king would supply everything for their benefit, and because of this, he would levy taxes. If the government or king otherwise levies taxes on the citizens, he becomes responsible for the sinful activities of the citizens. So if he is taking tax from the people, it should be so that it's used for their benefit. But if he takes their money, or anything from them, any property that he takes, and he uses it for sense gratification, what happens? He had to take 1/6 of the sinful reaction of the population. So similarly, father, mother, they take the sinful reaction of the children if they don't train their children, right? To be proper devotees. In Kali Yuga, monarchy is abolished because the kings themselves are subjected to the influence of Kali Yuga. Well, what I mean is that if we don't train our children, sometimes we find devotees like this. Yes, I'm going to be renounced, but you make sure you are number one in the world, right? So many devotees, they do this with their children. You make sure you are successful, you're earning, successful in the terms of asura. Like Prabhupada's father. Prabhupada's father said, no, I don't want to send my son to England. Right? He'll become drunkard and woman hunter. Right? So he will study here. Right? I don't want his money. I don't want him to become a lawyer. I don't want his money. Right? Is how Prabhupada's father, that's how he thought. I don't want his money. It is understood from the Ramayana, in Kali Yuga, monarchy is abolished because the kings themselves are subjected to the influence of Kali Yuga. It is understood from the Ramayana that when Vibhishan became friends with both with Lord Ramachandra, he promised that if by chance or will he broke the laws of friendship with Lord Ramachandra, what will happen? He would become a Brahmana or a king in Kali Yuga, meaning you have no name, no fame, you are low class. In this age, as Bhibhishan indicated, both Brahmanas and kings are in a wretched condition. Actually, there are no kings or Brahmanas in this age. And due to their absence, the whole world is in a chaotic condition and is always in distress. Compared to present standards, Maharaj Gaya was a true representative of Lord Vishnu. Therefore, he was known as Mahapurush. See, even though we are striving to become devotees, but if you don't have a Krishna conscious ruler, right? The way the rulers running the country, even you become polluted in their games. Whether you like it or not, you get drugged. So really, it's like we are going opposite, upstream, right? You say. So how much we have to pray to Prabhupada? How much we have to be sincere? Otherwise, we get dragged against our will, actually without being conscious of it. Right? So risky to be householders. Extremely risky to be householders. So we really, really must hold on to the lotus feet of our spiritual masters who are renounced. All right? Or like King, what was his name? Guy and the other one. Prati. Let's recite his holy name. King Pratiha. King Pratiha. We must really, really, pray to them. We must listen. We must understand them. Because this Kali Yuga, it's so contaminating. Text 8. Tasyemam gatham pandaveya pura vida upagayanti. My dear King Parikshit, those who are learned scholars in the histories of the Puranas eulogize and glorify King Gai with the following verses. Purport. The historical references to exalted kings serve as good example for present rulers. Those who are ruling the world at the present moment should take lessons from King Gai. King Yudhishthira and King Prithu and rule the citizens so that they will be happy. Presently, the governments are levying taxes without improving the citizens in any cultural, religious, social or political way. According to the Vedas, this is not recommended. Text 9. Gayam ripakaha pratiyati karma bhed yajvabhimani bahuvidharma gupta samagata shri sadasaspati satam satsevakunyo bhagavat kalamrite. The great king Gaya used to perform all kinds of Vedic rituals. He was highly intelligent and expert in studying all the Vedic literatures. So the king has to be proper, right? We read earlier when we studied King Rahugana. So we say you can be a king only when you're highly intelligent, right? If you're not intelligent, don't sit on the throne. If you're not intelligent, you cannot sit on the throne. Only intelligent people can sit on the throne. So he was highly intelligent and expert in studying all the Vedic literatures. He maintained the religious principles and possessed all kinds of opulence. Now, just see here. It's amazing what's written in all these verses. He was a leader among gentlemen. Where's the? He was a leader. Okay, Sadasa Pati Satam.
Dean of the Assembly of Great.
Okay, he was the dean of the Assembly of Great Persons, and he was a servant of the devotees. Sat Sevakaha. He was a leader among gentlemen and a servant of the devotees. He was a totally qualified plenary expansion of the Supreme Person Godhead. Therefore, who could equal him in the performance of gigantic ritualistic ceremonies? So he was a gentleman, all right? He's a gentleman, but he was a servant, all right? He's moved. And now, I don't know, I heard if you tell somebody you're a civil servant, they become very offended, right? A government servant, right? They feel offended, right? But he is the king. So, you know, Jayapataka Maharaj, when he set up this Bhakti Vriksha program, right? How did he call? Do you know how did he call his program? Bhakti Vriksha program, all those leaders, how he called them? How he named them? Yeah. Yeah. Servant leaders. You're also a disciple, right? You should know. I cannot pull it out from you. Huh? Yes. Yes. This is how he named the Bhakti Vriksha leaders. He didn't say Bhakti Vriksha leaders at all. He said servant leaders. It's based on this. Then the proper mood is set. I'm serving, I'm doing devotional service, right? I'm doing devotional service. As a service to my Guru Maharaj, I'm doing my service. I'm taking care of people. I'm giving class. I'm doing whatever I'm doing. It is service to my Guru Maharaj. Why should I take such headache? Right? It's not a small thing. Right? All of us were preaching, also teaching, right? I'm a servant. So when we forget this, that's when all the competition starts. Right? My group, your group. Right? So many things. Horrible. So here, he's a leader among gentlemen, meaning he knows how to behave in the assembly of others. All right? He's a gentleman. It's amazing. Amazing. Actually, this Mahabharata is very good. To read Mahabharata, to see the behavior of Yudhishthir Maharaj. It's very, very good. Text 10. Yam abhyashinan pariyamudha satihi satya shisho daksha kanya sharidbhihi yasya prajanam duduhe darashisho nirashisho gunavassa snutodha. All the chaste and honest daughters of Maharaj Daksha, such as Shraddha, Maitri, and Daya, whose blessings were always effective, bathed Maharaj Gaya with sanctified water. Indeed, they were very satisfied with Maharaj Gaya. The planet Earth became personified, came as a cow, and as though she saw her calf, she delivered milk profusely when she saw all the good qualities of Maharaj Gai. In other words, Maharaj Gai was able to derive all benefits from the earth and thus satisfy the desires of his citizens. However, he personally had no desire. The purport, the earth over which Maharaj Gai ruled is compared to a cow. The good qualities whereby he maintained and ruled the citizens are compared to the calf. A cow delivers milk in the presence of her calf. Similarly, the cow or earth fulfilled the desires of Maharaj Gai, who was able to utilize all the resources of the earth to benefit his citizens. This was possible because he was bathed in sanctified water by the honest daughters of Daksha. Unless a king or ruler is blessed by authorities, he cannot rule the citizens very satisfactorily. Through the good qualities of the ruler, the citizens became very happy and qualified. So just see, this is blessings of the daughters of Daksha, all right? So that's why you do in Karmakand, they do so many puja, right? Worship this Devi, so these are the Devis, right? They are the, so meaning in devotional service also, all the Devas are giving their blessings. So Sati, Yam, Paraya, Muddha, Sati, all the chaste and devoted to their husband, Satya, true. Ashishaha, who is blessing, Daksha Kanyaha. Who is Daksha? Prajapati Daksha, right? Remember how he goofed up, right? With his daughters. All right. Even though he did so many wrong things, but his daughters, what are the characteristics of the daughters? What are they? What are the characteristics? Shraddha, faith, Maitri, friendship, Daya, mercy. Shraddha, Maitri, and Daya. Right? Yeah.
That is personification.
Yeah. Prabhupada is giving their names in the translation. Daksha Kanyaha. So, yeah. So, they had Shraddha, they had friendship, and they had mercy, compassion. Right? So, when we do devotional service, don't think it's just going in vain, that you are not getting anything in return. You are getting the blessings of the Prajapati's daughters also. Right? That's why you never lack anything in your life. And when all the calamities, right, all the calamities of life happen, you still strong, like the bamboo, right? The bamboo is resilient, right? This material world is such that you can get cut easily. The bamboo stays strong. It may bend, but it doesn't break, right? So this is the mercy, all that mercy that we are getting. Text 11. Chandamsya kakmasya chayasya kaman duduvur ajahrur atho balim nripaha pratyanchita yudhi dharmena vripra yadasi samshastham amsham prateritya. Although King Gaya had no personal desire for sense gratification, all his desires were fulfilled. Just see, he had no personal desire for sense gratification. All his desires were fulfilled by virtue of his performance of Vedic rituals. All the kings with whom Maharaj Gaya had to fight were forced to fight on religious principles. All right. They were forced to fight on religious principles. Very important. See, this material world is a fight. All right. So don't think by being crooked you're going to win. All right. They were very satisfied with his fighting, and he would present all kinds of gifts to him. Similarly, all the Brahmanas in his kingdom were very satisfied with King Gaya's munificent charities. Consequently, the Brahmanas contributed a sixth of their pious activities for King Gaya's benefit in the next life. Now let's read this. Amazing, right? Everybody wants now, give me. But it is paretya. Paretya. Paretya means next life. So investment now and income.
In the next.
Income, next life. So you wonder, how much can I do? How am not seeing the results, right? As a Kshatriya emperor, Maharaj Gai sometimes had to fight with subordinate kings to maintain his government. But the subordinate kings were not dissatisfied with him. They were happy because they knew that he fought for religious principles. Consequently, they accepted their subordination and offered all kinds of gifts to him, even an organization, spiritual organization. Now, we have to make sure that, can you just go and see that that door is closed? Yeah, just make sure that it's closed. Yeah, we don't want anything to break. Oh, where were we? I forgot. That's why I pronounce it properly. Guy. Oh,
That
okay.
is both Gaya.
That is Gaya. This is
There is Gaya and both Gaya is in
No,
Place is both Gaya. Yeah.
place is Gaya.
okay.
And both Gaya is a
Both Gaya is
particular.
inside Gaya.
But that Gaya is after the name of Gaya Sur. Gaya Sur. Gaya Sur. When this is girl.
That's what I was
Goy.
asking.
So that's why I wanted to pronounce his name Guy properly.
हाँ या होगा तो ऊपर एक
1 minute. So where are we? Yeah, so he fought. But the subordinate kings were not dissatisfied with him because they knew that he fought for religious principles. All right? Consequently, they accepted the subordination and offered all kinds of gifts to him. Similarly, the Brahmanas who perform Vedic rituals are so satisfied with the king that they very readily agreed to part with a sixth of their pious activities for his benefit in the next life. Meaning that the Brahmanas were giving blessings, right? Blessing. So they were, because he was helping them, in their Vedic rituals. Thus, the Brahmanas and Kshatriyas were all satisfied with Maharaj Gai because of his proper administration. In other words, Maharaj Gai satisfied the Kshatriya kings by his fighting and satisfied the Brahmanas by his charities. So, see how the four Varnas are satisfied by the king. So, the Kshatriyas were satisfied because they knew that if he's fighting, it is to maintain religious principles, not to become king and dominate and conquer and exploit others. They knew that he will maintain religious principles. And secondly, the Brahmanas, he was giving charity. And then the Vaishyas, just see, the Vaishyas were also encouraged by kind words and affectionate dealings. How's your work going on? Right? Affectionate words, sweet words. How is it going? Was it a bad day? Did you lose? Anyway, it's okay. Next time you will win.
You can become a
Huh?
king. You can become a king.
Sorry?
You can become
I
a
can,
king.
no. I'm just saying, this is what we hear people say, right?
The tricks of trade aa gaya Mataji.
The Vaishyas were also encouraged by kind words and affectionate dealings, right? And due to Maharaj, just read this now. And due to Maharaj Gai's constant sacrifices, the Shudras were satisfied by sumptuous food and charity. Remember, I think that one week we were speaking about how we should always be giving away whatever is there in our home that we are not using, right? We must give in charity, right? So, of course, we don't use things to Brahmanas, but it is given, to the others. So gifts. So this is, so they give prasadam, all right? How you satisfy them is through prasadam. That's why in this Kali Yuga, there is so much emphasis on prasadam. Because kalo shudra sambha. The mind, the sinful mind of the people become pacified through prasadam. So see, as householders, it's your duty to give prasadam. Just only when you come in the temple, you collect some prasadam and you give. No. It is your duty. You are cooking, there should always be a portion, right? That is reserved, that you give away in charity. Whoever it may be, whoever you want to give. Prasad. And human beings, okay? Yeah. Yeah, and human beings. So the Shudras were satisfied by sumptuous food and charity. In this way, Maharaj Gai kept all the citizens very satisfied. All right. When Brahmanas and saintly persons are honored, they part with their pious activities, giving them to those who honor them and render the service. Therefore, as stated in Bhagavad Gita 4.34, Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. One should try to approach a spiritual master submissively and render service unto him, and we should never be envious of him, right? This is the third offense, second or third offense in chanting of the holy name, right? Guru avagya, right? We should never be envious of Guru because you lose your piety. You lose your piety. It's amazing, such a system. And we say that it's not visible now, but it is stored for the future, right? So that's why we find some people are born in a very decent, very pious environment. They have everything, right? So for some reason. So here the reason also. Text 12. Yasya dhavaira bhagavan adharatma magho nimadya churu somapithe Shraddha Vishuddha Chala Bhakti Yoga Samarpiteja Phara Ajahara. In Maharaj Gai's sacrifices, there was a great supply of the intoxicant known as Som. King Indra used to come and become intoxicated by drinking large quantities of Somras, meaning that the devas were coming, right, when he will do his yagya. Also, the Supreme Person Godhead, Lord Vishnu, the Yagya Purush, also came and personally accepted all the sacrifices offered unto him with pure and firm devotion in the sacrificial arena. See, we should be able to attract Krishna, right?
Here, guys, I mean, the way he is doing his actions is Nishkam Karma or with devotion?
No, it says with devotion, right? Maharaj Gai was so perfect that he satisfied all the demigods who were headed by the heavenly king Indra. Lord Vishnu himself also personally came to the sacrificial arena to accept the offerings. Although Maharaj Gai didn't want them, he received all the blessings of the devas and the Supreme Lord himself. All right. So when we worship Krishna, we are satisfying all the devas, so you don't have to worry. Everybody will give you what you need. Even if it's raining, you'll be protected, right? Even it's too sunny, too hot, still you'll be fine and cool. When you're thirsty, the water will come to you. Mango ras will come to you. I can never forget this during the COVID, the lockdown. It's amazing. Like, what it was. Everybody knows what it was. Was all alone, and this girl, she called me and she asked me, do you want mangoes? Right? Could never forget this. I was all alone, locked down. From Mulund, all right? From Mulund, she sent me mangoes in a lockdown condition. All right. Oh my God. And actually I survived because of Mirabai. She was next door. She was sending me everything. My fries, this one, that one. She was supplying me everything. And I think, Priya, you also, right? Yeah, from so far away.
It's Krishna.
So it's an example that Krishna takes care of his devotees and it gives us an opportunity to serve and
Krishna is sending the most.
Yeah. No, so I'm just saying, right? So all the devotees were taken care of, right? Whoever I called, they're saying they're having a nice feast at home. They were eating at home, right? It's amazing. Where some people were afraid of starvation. Almost every devotee said they are eating at home and they're fed up.
just by being at home, people were getting depressed.
Too much home.
Yeah.
Anyway, the devas punished us, but they also took care of us. Right? Text 13. Yat pinanad barhishi devatiriyan manushya virudrinama virinchat priyeta sadhya saha vishwa jivaha priti swayam pritimagad gayasya. See, in the Sanskrit it says, written, right? Gayas, right? Gaya, Gaya. When the Supreme Lord is pleased, just see, when the Supreme Lord is pleased by a person's action, automatically all the demigods, human beings, animals, birds, bees, creepers, trees, grass, and all other living entities, beginning with Lord Brahma, are pleased. The Supreme Person Godhead is the super soul of everyone, and he is by nature fully pleased. Nonetheless, he came to the arena of Maharaj Gai and said, I am fully pleased. It's amazing, right? How we are hoping, right? Yeah, we are hoping, right? You become proper devotees, will preach, okay? All of us. It is explicitly stated herein that simply by satisfying the Supreme Person Godhead, one satisfies the demigods and all other living entities without differentiation. If one pours water on the root of a tree, all the branches, twigs, flowers, and leaves are nourished. Although the Supreme Lord is self-satisfied, he is so pleased with the behavior of Maharaj Gai that he personally came to the sacrificial arena and said, I am fully pleased. Who can compare to Maharaj Gai? Such nectar, right? Such nectar. Yat prinanat, because of being pleased, or because of pleasing the Supreme Person Godhead, Barhishi, in the sacrificial arena, Dev Tiriyak, the demigods and lower animals, Manushya, human society, Virut, the plants and trees, Trinam, the grasses, Avirinchat, beginning from Lord Brahma, Priyeta, becomes satisfied, Sadhya, immediately Saha, the Supreme Person Godhead, Ha, indeed. Vishwajivaha, maintain the living entities all over the universe. Pritaha, although naturally satisfied, Swayam, personally, Pritim, satisfaction. Agat, he obtained, Gayasya, meaning that it's understood. It's understood when he's doing all this, it's understood that Vishnu is satisfied. But even then, the Supreme Lord came and said, I am fully pleased. So we shouldn't doubt, right? When we are doing something for Krishna, we shouldn't doubt. Am I wasting my time? Right? Am I getting anything from this? Right? Very unfortunate these days, when husband and wife, they fight. And they fight, they cheat each other, whatever they do. And then when you say, no, well, this, oh, but what will I get from it? And you try to preach and you say, but okay, you can do this, but what will I get from this? Because they've forgotten, right? They've forgotten that husband and wife, actually they're meant to help each other. They're not only meant to take and take and take, right? This is basic relationship. So we are speaking here. And the Supreme Lord, He's not only taking service from us. Prabhupada is not just taking service from, okay, distribute his books. He gave us instruction, right? Distribute his books, right? And we are distributing books. Prabhupada is taking from us, right? He's giving. He is giving. We are not seeing, right? We are not seeing. But the day will come when we will see, right? That time where you are in need, right? You will see him, right? Yeah, we have to go on and complete. Gayad gayantyaham chitraratha sugatiravorhodhanai kritraya putra babhuvus chitrarathad urnayam samrad ajanishta tata utkalayam marichir bindumatyaham bindum anudapadyata tasmad sharaghayam Madhu nama bhavan madho sumanasi viravratas tato bhojayam mantu pramantu tu satyayam bhavanastato dushanasyam twastajanishta twastur virochanayam viraja virajasya shatajit pravaram putra shatam kanya cha vishuchan kila jatam. Again, let me remind you that all these personalities, somehow or other, they are having some influence upon us, or maybe we have a certain particle of their qualities. And then, so what happened is that in our own behavior, sometimes we exhibit their behavior. Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not good. All right? So in the womb of Gayanti, Maharaj Gai begot 3 sons, named Chitraratra. Can you put in the light? Oh, still not of any use, sir. Chitrarat, Sugati and Avarodhana. In the womb of his wife Urna, Chitrarat begot a son named Samrat. The wife of Samrat was Utkala. And in her womb Samrat begot a son named Marichi. In the womb of his wife Bindumati, Marichi begot a son named Bindu. In the womb of his wife Sharagha, Bindu begot a son named Madhu. In the womb of his wife named Sumana, Madhu begot a son named Viravrat. In the womb of his wife Bhoja, Viravrat begot 2 sons named Mantu and Pramantu. In the womb of his wife Satya, Mantu begot a son named Bhavana. And in the womb of his wife Dushana, Bhavana begot a son named Twashta. Remember this name Twashta, right? In the womb of his wife Virochana, Twashta begot a son named Viraj. The wife of Viraj was Vishuchi, and in her womb Viraj begot 100 sons and 1 daughter. Of all these sons, the son named Shatajit was predominant. Tatrayam shlokaha Preya vratam vamsham imam virajaschara bhava akorod atyalam tirtya Vishnu suraganam yatha. There is a famous verse about King Viraj. Because of his high qualities and wide fame, King Viraj became the jewel of the dynasty of King Priyavrat, just as Lord Vishnu, by his transcendental potency, decorates and blesses the demigods. Purport. Within a garden, a flowering tree attains a good reputation because of its fragrant flowers. Similarly, if there is a famous man in a family, he is compared to a fragrant flower in a forest. Because of him, an entire family can become famous in history. Because Lord Krishna took birth in the Yadu dynasty, the Yadu dynasty and the Yadavas have remained famous for all time. Because of King Viraj's appearance, the family of Maharaj Priyavrat has remained famous for all time. All right. Thus, and the Bhaktivedanta purports of the 5th canto, 15th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, the glories of the descendants of King Priyavrat. Just see, all these lights couldn't give light, but as soon as the sun, the sun came through the clouds, right? Immediately light. So what's the use of our man-made light? All right, so that was nice, right? reading. I thought it was such a simple, names and names and names.
Forest of Joy.
Huh?
Forest of Joy.
Yeah. It was just a series of names, but so much in the small, small purports, right? Amazing. All right, thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So the second section of Bhagavatam will start next week, and we are going to go the geography of the universe.
I think you will get the map if you have.
I have it, but I can't carry that. I've sent it on your WhatsApp. I've sent it on the WhatsApp. Hare Krishna.